should be live. Let's head on over to Chengdu real quick. I should let everyone know that we are in fact live. All right. Now we're going to spawn in at Terminal 2. Hello, Educate. How you doing? Oh, I should, let's turn on Do Not Disturb. Here we go. All right. Live. So, I should. There we go. We now have our, wait. Did I turn the screensaver back on? Okay, now it shouldn't be. I know. I have to fix that. Bro, hello. Can we... Oh my gosh. I can't not have technical difficulties apparently. Or maybe it's on. Ah, there it is. Educate will fix that soon. Let's plot our controller in the meantime. Oh, that's the wrong controller. Why is it echoing? I think my computer is having weird problems. Give me 1 second, guys. I have to go across the room to get my controller. That's crazy. All right, we have a controller. We're back with a controller. What is going on? Oh, that's what's going on. All right, we're gonna have to manually make a flight plan because SimBrief doesn't see departure. For a departure, we are going out northwest. It would appear that we're going to be using like runway 02 roughly. And then this is where we're going. So we're literally just gonna procedures. There's not even any procedures. What? That makes me mad. Okay. Is there just like no waypoints anywhere over here? That's crazy. It's gonna be annoying. But how long is the flight? The flight's like maybe an hour and a half or so. Hour and a half or 2 hours at most. you know, if according to plan at least. This is nice. I like flying with my controller, to be honest. All right, let's get our APU on. That's the flight, pretty much. Oh, 30 minutes? I guess, I don't know. I'm just flying to the airport because it's a cool airport. I don't have any reason for this route in particular, other than it's the only route that actually, it's the only route that you can fly it on. So let's, we're gonna go ahead and make sure we have fuel for, 4 hours will be enough, I guess. Set altitude 30,000 feet. Mach. We'll figure it out when we get there, basically. So, oh yeah. And we are pushing. We're pushing back on this Air China A319. This will be quite a flight. Also, as we have noticed, streaming on the beta so that I can actually this will be a fun little stream. Short, sweet, right to the point. There we go. Also gonna go ahead and go. Why is my volume all the way down? Gonna go ahead and select flaps 2. Oh no, we only need flaps 1 actually. That's on me. So yeah, now we can what? You know what? We're gonna just stop our push there. Make sure flight controls left, right, full up, down, rudder left, rudder right, or that's left, that's right. Anyways, that's good. Taxiing to, which one did we say? Runway 02. Taxi, runway 02.
Chengdu Tianfu traffic. India Delta Alpha Victor Yankee. Taxiing to runway 2.
Okay. It's going to be real quiet while we taxi because I do not have any way to... Well, maybe I do actually. Let me try one thing, which does kind of require me stopping, but that'll be fine. If I can do this, at least. Okay. So now let's just see. I have to mess around in here. Ooh, okay. So we can do both. Just give it a test. Okay, perfect. So yeah, we are on our way. Whoa, to the runway. Man, what a taxi job this is. This is going, you know, about as well as I could have thought. And this beta looks actually really nice. However, you can hear like every input from my controller. It's kind of nuts. Man, I'm getting bored. We're 1,000 feet, right? 1,000 feet above ground right now, which means we're only 13,000 feet below the airport. Or our destination airport, at least. Man, how much longer till we're at the end of it? Oh, wow. Oh. Oh. We might go for an intersection takeoff just because I'm lazy. Yeah, I probably will. We'll see, though. You know, we're pretty light. I'm thinking right here is going to be good. Now, I do unfortunately have to do that. I have to use my parking brakes to slow down when I'm with my controller because all of my other buttons are bound to something, except for X apparently. Oh, I should announce takeoff departing west. West.
Chengdu
Lights.
Tianfu traffic. India Delta Alpha Victor Yankee is taking off runway 2, departing west.
Forgot about lights. We're also just gonna like use this as a sort of, I don't know, I don't care. I just want to get out of here. And there's 130. We're gonna go ahead and give it a good rotate. Gear up. That was way too early to put my gear up. But you know what? It's what we did. So LMAP on, altitude set. The report down there, passing away, or passing by, not passing away. It's dark. Flaps up, I guess. Hold 250. Hold 250 until we are until we're above 10,000, and then we shall see. So yeah, this is definitely a shorter flight though. Let's set the altitude to what was the altitude for the airport? 14,418. There we go. So, now we just gotta wait. This is gonna be a pretty short stream. Pretty fun though. Pretty fun route, I guess. But I guess we'll see how. Aha, we're almost past 10,000. Um, 97, 98. All right, we're going up to 3. Well, let's go 296 and just see where that puts us for cruising speed. Cruising Mach at least, because surely I'm not even doing anything right now. I'm just kind of sitting here. It's kind of great, actually. Oh man, I messed up the thumbnail. I just realized. But it is what it is, I guess. Can't really say much about it. I should probably like plug in my mic, but at the same time, alright, so we're roughly 2,000 feet above our airport right now. You can see we have our altitude above ground level down in the bottom, which will provide us with our more information on that. We have our ILS set, so we can have a better flight, a better approach. Yeah. Now we just play the waiting game, I guess. I could throw on some pretty chill music, I guess. Let's look up some chill, non-copyright songs. Yeah, we should play some Alan Walker. That's fire. Wait, this needs to be on the that's not what we want to do. Alright, I think that's good. Let's just see. No, I think it's a little quieter. Okay, that should be good. Right there. Okay, that's good. Now we just we're gonna see what we're kind of I should open up a VC, that'll be fine. Alright, then have them open. So, yeah, the VC is open in the IFB. Yeah, we're gonna take a gander at my wonderful Okay. Oh, let's see. We have a big lesson. At this point, I'm going through and going through my I'm going through my clips. And I think what's going to happen soon is I'm going to do 3 months of stream highlights. That'd be that'd be an interesting idea. Yeah, I'll probably do that. So there's that. So, yeah, at this point, I want to try and see what this is. This is a thing. Fine, I'll just type in a URL manually. I've always wanted to type in. I'm enjoying myself typing in a URL manually. H1G. Just be careful. You guys get to enjoy typing ASMR while I do this, basically. That's what it is. Fine. We won't do that then, I guess. I'm enjoying finding these absolute gems, but alright, that's another one that I will be using at some point. I'm getting flashbacks. VNAV already in 100 miles. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna use that. I should just... Do. All right, I'll catch you all. Man, what is up, Roblox 25 and Sonic the Hedgehog V1? Welcome in both of y'all to the stream. You joined at a pretty good time. We're getting pretty close to our destination here. We are gonna have to make a left turn here, a slight left, just because then we will actually be first heading, and then here we go, be heading roughly towards the end of the runway rather than the middle of the runway. How close we are 24 nautical miles from our descent. Oh, and Billy plane spots as well. What is up? I take it you guys have been in other Infinite Flight live streams. Might be a bit late to descend. No, I'll be good. How long left? About 15 minutes. In Roblox 25, I'm not quite late for descent. Our airport is at 14,000 feet, so you indeed have, yeah, which folks, they try to quickly get in. All right, if you want to, I mean, go for it. Anyways, Billy Plane Spots, whose streams have you been watching that you've seen Educate in? Because I know Educate's like everywhere when it comes to IFV streams. I forgot his user. Oh, you're looking at MSL, yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, was it like, wait, could it have been like Infinite Kale or someone similar? Oh yeah, yeah. Where does everyone go on watch? Yeah, I dropped into Kale's stream earlier today for a little bit. It's nice. Forgot what I was about to say. Yeah, Rick and Lane, Infinite Rick and Lane's Aviation, those are, Educate's pretty active there too. Taking off from ZUDK. Are you in the, aha, there he is. Victor Hotel, Oscar Uniform Sierra, super. Cool. Best of luck to you on catching up, not gonna lie. We're pretty close. This is gonna be a controller landing too, so we shall see how it goes. We're gonna turn on battery saver while we still have the chance. Gonna calibrate now so that we don't forget later. We'll set our trim now too, might as well. We're gonna go trim 35 and adjust from there. 30% actually. Alrighty. We can we can see what happens. This is definitely gonna be interesting. Technically speaking, we're at 15,000 feet, which means we're gonna need to slow down pretty soon here. 10 minutes left. Gonna turn a little more this way so we can actually again hit the end of the runway and not, or hit the end of the approach and not I theoretically could just hand fly the rest of the way, but I don't feel like doing that. I mean, I could have hand flown this whole route, technically, but I didn't want to do that. So we have our Billy plane spots in the flight. He's gonna be landing here too. Gee, high altitude airports suck. Yeah, I almost flew reverse, but I didn't want to deal with poor takeoff performance from high altitude airports, so I just said nah. I'll just land at a high altitude airport. It's fine. We're gonna already slow down to 260 knots here. We're gonna zoom in here, but we're gonna use our controller to move our stick over to, yeah. So flaps 1 is 230 knots. Look at that. Oh, I left my landing lights on. Whatever. This is behind me, isn't he? He is behind me. Alright, let's 230, 215, 200. Alright. We'll go under 230 right now. We're just gonna, you know, take it nice and chill. Whoops. Oh darn, that sure is unfortunate. Alright. Bit of wind. Oh, yeah, I guess there is just a little bit. Alright, I feel like something feels off. 30 knots back where you are? Yeah, it's 70 up here, so I mean, higher altitudes, higher wind speeds. I think I chose the right runway. Okay, no weather information. It's like, ouch, yeah. It's kind of a headwind too. Oh, I should have flaps 1 out. Let's see. I do not see where my airport could be. Maybe it's right around up there. Okay. I do not know. All I know is it's going to be such a thrilling landing. me see. We don't have the Daocheng. You know, I'm not gonna try and runway 34. Yes, runway 34. I'm not gonna try and pronounce these. Chinese names are hard to pronounce. I don't want to sound racist, so I'm just gonna save myself that trouble. Now I really can land this thing at like 130 knots, so airspeed, or not 130 ground speed, because ground speed is heavily subjective. You're too close for comfort of the terrain. I mean, realistically speaking, we're at 7,000 feet as opposed to 20,000 feet. So it kind of checks out. I feel like I'm a little bit low, but according to my ILS, I'm a little high. It's whatever though. This will be a very interesting landing for sure, and I'm not gonna go around. You're about 2K feet away from a mountain next to you. Oh, yeah, that's reasonably discomforting. Yeah. You wouldn't believe that this is my controller and not the rotate camera. Actually, probably you would, because the rotate camera is more zoomed out. A little bit of a higher, feels like Lukla a bit. I mean, I guess I can see it being like Lukla. Okay, so I think this dot right here is a person who is almost over my airport. That might be my airport right there. That little line right there. Do we have... Okay, it's a little weird that we're not quite even in Unicom range yet. But that's okay. We're gonna... This is like the Chinese Lukla, guys. Definitely. I did that intentionally. Why am I turned to 20 airspeed? Oh. Let me see. 200 is flaps 2? Yes. 200 is flaps 2. Gonna descend. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, yeah, you're a little, to be so honest, you're a little, high on descent, I think. You're a little late on descent. But that's alright. As long as you make it onto the ground, you'll be fine. Okay. And I have a capture card too, which means I could make a time lapse out of this. This would be so cinema. Yeah. Alright, we can adjust our heading a little bit. Make it turn more towards the airport-ish. Here it is. Announce inbound, landing, 1834, right traffic.
Daocheng routing traffic, India Delta Alpha Victor Yankee is 24 nautical miles to
Oh,
the east
I
at
don't have
18,600 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make right traffic for runway 34.
There we go. My game audio is now working. And my altitude is almost right for our approach. I'm a little fast, but that's okay. You're around a good altitude now. That is perfect. We love to hear that. I'm gonna land. I'm gonna scroll for a little bit. I'm gonna make a stream highlights video. I'm gonna make maybe even I'll put the effort into make a time lapse. I should turn on auto brakes. We're gonna need auto brakes.
2,500.
Oh, so we are way too fast, is what I heard from 2,500. All right. You're the one who likes doing a go around. You know, I think doing a go around can definitely be satisfying. I personally try to avoid it just because it's extra unnecessary flying time, but I can definitely see the appeal. We're gonna. Alright, so we're just gonna hand fly our heading here. Okay, I think 140 is good enough of a speed. You guess, yeah. I mean, when I'm like not on stream, I will definitely go around if I have to. Oh. I think my device was...
Daocheng routing traffic. Victor Hotel Alpha Uniform Sierra Super is 22 nautical miles to the east at 18,300 feet. Inbound
Whatever,
for landing.
man.
Will make right traffic for runway 34.
Okay, I don't like that we are basically... Oh, we're a lot different than I thought we were. We're at a much different altitude. I thought we were at like 200 feet above the ground at this point. You're going to extend downwind. Perfect. I will, it is a single, it is a runway I do have to backtrack on, so just keep that in mind when you're, don't shorten Cathay Pacific Virtual Airlines, please, but anyways, ignoring that exists. I should join the Cathay Pacific Virtual Airline or the CPVA. That's actually wild. You know what? I'm hand flying the rest of the flight. Cannot start fuel dump? What do you mean cannot start fuel dump? I didn't try to start a fuel dump. This hand flying is gonna go only well, by the way. I think that's my airport right there. Yeah, I think it is. Alright, so basically, that's not very nice. I should just trust my instruments, actually. My instruments know much better than my eyes. Sip a Monster for good luck. All right. I'm heavily caffeinated. And I'm hand flying into a high altitude airport. So, what could possibly go wrong? Am I right, guys? Alright, we're high now. And we're fast. This is absolutely masterclass flying. That's definitely my runway right there. Yep. There's our airport.
Daocheng yachting traffic. Victor Hotel Alpha Uniform Sierra Super is on final. Runway 34.
2,500.
Daocheng yachting traffic. India Delta Alpha Victor Yankee is on final. Runway 34.
Up our throttle a little bit. Okay, we're gonna lock in. We're gonna lock in, we're gonna butter with the controller. We're a little low, but that's okay. Because if we stay low, we can afford a better flare. You can always go around, this is true. But I'll be good today. I'm not going around today. A little windy.
1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Okay, that could have been a better landing, I'm not gonna lie. Whoa. Why? Come on, stay on center line. Holy. Oh.
Daocheng yachting traffic. Victor Hotel Alpha Uniform Sierra
Please.
Super. Going around.
I'm about to get a violation, aren't I? Nope. Okay, so we're gonna pretend that never happened because it didn't. Oh, and he's going around. I don't even know what went down. Maybe it's just my controls were not great because my controls were just not being effective for whatever reason. Controller quirks. beta quirks. We love beta quirks. That almost happened with you and it taking off. Okay, then it has to be a high altitude airport thing. Wow. Oh look, it's a fence. Trying to keep intruders out of the airport. Little do they know, I am an intruder. Might try runway 16. Alright, go for it. You got this. Ignore my taxi. Just, that never happened, okay? Okay, to everybody who hasn't
Daocheng routing traffic. Victor Hotel Alpha Uniform Sierra Super is 7 nautical miles to the north at 17,000 feet. Inbound for landing. We'll make less traffic for runway 16.
Or this airport. Or not this airport, this runway. This gate, wow. My, talk about a great way to end the stream. So we had an alright touchdown. So he has a parking job in the D. Okay. Wings off. Engines off. Lights are off. Whoop.
Daocheng routing traffic. Victor
Alright.
Hotel Alpha Uniform Sierra Super is on final. Runway 16.
Now let's head over and see this landing.